Hello my friends, I am Jihondo, and welcome back to Aurora. This is episode 54. So a couple things right off the bat I want to take care of. First and foremost, I am terribly sorry about the last Aurora episode 53. In playing it back, it seemed to me that the sound was absolutely horrible. That's why I even named that video Terrible Sound Quality. It may not have sounded quite as bad to you as it did to me, but as far as I was concerned, it was horrible. So, thankfully that was the last one with my old headset. I'll just put that on real quick so you guys can see it. Terrible thing. So this is now my second one with the new headset here. The other one was an OpenTTD video. So this should be sound-wise much better. And obviously the second thing is you'll almost certainly notice I actually have a webcam now. So this is my first one with a webcam, so hopefully that works out well. I still haven't figured out entirely where it should go on the screen, how big it should be, that sort of stuff. So any comments you may have, feel free to leave me a message about to that effect. But for now, I'm just going to kind of leave it in the bottom near the middle there, because like I say, I have no idea where to put it. Anyway, with all that being said, let's actually start. In the last episode, some of the last things we did here is we have a archaeological dig in Gliese 638, this sector here. I have completed all the surveying, and there's just a couple more jump gates. I've already got the bee set to build this one. I guess once it's done that, I should tell it to go back to Earth. I forgot about that. Easy fix. So go ahead and build that gate, and then find your way back to Earth to refuel. And the Bastion itself is ready to go back to Earth to refuel, resupply, all that happy stuff. So that is what I shall get it to do. Refuel. Earth. There we are, Earth. Refuel, resupply, and overhaul. So all the usual stuff. And that should be fine. So we'll let that get going. What I've decided to do for today, we're going to open up a couple of more gates, of course, because, well, that's what we do. Let me bring this up here. And again, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see this very well on the screen or not. But basically, what I'm going to have the gates I've chosen, so we're going to come down to Ross, over to Tea Gardens, and then both of these have 2 gates apiece. So I'll just arbitrarily pick one of them, and we'll do the 2 gates, and time permitting, we may get to all 4 of them. But anyway, that's the path I'm going to try and take for today. So I'll to Ross 248, to Tea Gardens, and then from there, probably through Van Manette first. Right, let's get that going. First, though, we of course need to get the Bastion back up and repaired and all that happy nonsense. So we'll get that going. Oh, and I should probably check on our alien friends. As soon as this is done. We are full-on allies now, but I'm not sure that we're ready for the research treaty yet. If this would like to hurry up, we could check that. Thank you. Right. These guys. Yeah, we're full-on allies, but we are not at a point where we're ready to do research data yet, which is fine. That'll tick away. But with all the other agreements we have and being allies and our fantastic Diplo team, it shouldn't take all that long, but whatever. It doesn't matter how long it takes. And it's obviously going to impact them a lot more than it's going to do for us, but it's fine. I'm a benevolent type of ex-dictator. Now, I'm not even sure what the leader of a Pax Utopia is called, I guess, you know, the guy in charge, I guess. But anyway. Alright, so the bee is still building. How's the Bastion doing? It should be back at Earth by now, I would think. Yeah, getting the overhaul done. Excellent. It should be almost done it, too. So that will work. So, other than last episode, I hope everyone is enjoying this series so far. If you have any comments, positive or negative, please feel free to leave me a message. There we go. Bastion is done, so we'll get it going on its exploration run. So if you have any comments whatsoever in terms of format, you know, where the webcam sits, how big it is, whatever you like, anything you need me to know about, feel free to let me know. Did that not just... Oh, sorry, that wasn't the overhaul done. That was the shore leave done. Never mind. We're not quite ready yet. Gotta give him a bit more time. Excuse me. So that will be good. Alright, so the B is done, so it's now on its way home. Which usually should, I would think, mean that the overhaul is just about done. Because I think it's been 10 or 15 days now that that overhaul's been going. Possibly more, I'm not entirely sure when it arrived at Earth. But it should be just about done, I would think. But we shall wait and see. Because that's just what we do. So. Yeah, these turns are getting brutally slow again. Not sure what else I can do. As I mentioned several episodes ago, I had looked in the wiki about that, and it was talking about deleting commercial vessels, and I'm more than happy to do that, but I have no idea how. So if that's something anyone has figured out, please leave me a comment on how to do that, because that would really help. I did drastically reduce the number of officers by cheating and getting rid of military academies, and then, you know, that helped a fair bit on the back end in the database, but there's still quite a bit of lag for all these turns. So now, speaking of lag, what is taking the Bastogne so long? Maintenance clock is at a fraction of a tenth of a... Okay, it's basically got to be done now, right? A tenth of a month is only 3 days, and it's less than that, and I'm giving them 5 more days. So you really should be done on this tick. Should really, really be done. No? You still don't want to be done? Okay. You know, everyone's looking at you and we're not impressed. You know that, right? Yes, I talk to the inanimate objects. I'm sure you've noticed that before. There we go. Bastogne is done. Okie dokie. Right, so we decided we're going through Ross 248, through Tea Gardens, and then arbitrarily we'll start with Van Manens. And let's hit the first jump gate and see how it goes. So if I put this to Van Manen Star, we will see it, well, we may or may not actually see it because it's only going to be a second going through there, that distance, but either way, let it get going. I kind of want to run into some aliens that I can actually fight. I went ahead and built that that new Meson cannon ship, and I haven't had a chance to blow anything up with it yet. So disappointing. Anyway, EZ Aquarii, I guess that says. You'll probably, now that you have a webcam to watch me, you'll notice how often I squint at the screen because I really am nearly blind, so anyway. Alright, well there's definitely at least some stuff to explore here, so that's a good start. Bastogne. So let's start, as always, with geological. And we'll put that on the mineral screen so we can see how we're doing. And we'll do 1 day increments. I should probably be zoomed in a lot more. And let's bring the B up and over here as well, because I'm sure the Bastogne would like to be able to go home at some point. Anyway, Van Manens to EZ Aquarii, I guess that's what that is. I have no idea. Sounds good though. And let's build a jump gate. Cool. And let's keep on searching. Good stuff. Very, very good stuff. Okay, so we've done a little bit of scouting already, and so far I've found absolutely nothing. That's not a good start. I'm also not seeing it searching a lot of asteroids. So I don't think there's too much in the way of like comets or asteroids in this sector. Looks like it's just a couple of planets with some moons, maybe. Oh, we found something. Okay, so that must be a gas giant. It's got nothing but thorium, and a fair bit of it, so that's probably just a gas giant. Probably. We'll check it afterwards, but oh, one of the moons had something there. Okay. So we have some stuff here. I'm not sure I'd say it's a particularly good find, but we are also very early in the scanning, so we still have a long ways to go. Keeping optimistic. Okay, yeah, we're getting some stuff here. It's certainly not jumping out at me like some of the other sectors we found earlier have, but it's got stuff. And when we check the quantities, if the quantities are good, it might be worth colonizing this sector. Maybe. I'll definitely mine it at some point. It's on the list. There's a lot of things on the list. A lot of more mining to do. Looks like we stopped for reasons that elude me. No idea why we stopped, but I guess we'll take it as a good opportunity. Wow, that moon's got a lot of boronite and a lot of duranium. Nice. So that's our gas giant. Tons of duranium, corbomite. Okay, this is definitely going to be a sector we're going to be... Oh, look at this! That's amazing! Almost 100 million of both of those. Yeah, we're definitely going to be investing heavily in auto mines and mass drivers here. We are definitely going to be taking this sector and mining it. That is definitely a thing that's going to happen. No? Okay. I thought Devil was going to come over and say hi, but I guess not. Instead, he's just going to go jump down and eat. Okay. At some point, I'm sure the cats will demand my attention, then I can give them their little cameo, but for now, anyway, it looks like Devil just wants to eat, and Smokey's barely awake there, so I don't think we're going to get too much out of them this episode. Okay, so you're done. Now, was there stuff over here? Yes, and it's too far away, so that's why you didn't do it. That's fine. So we can fix that. I know I've mentioned it before, but I really do wish you could change the default distance that it'll travel. That way we can actually get everything done here, but anyway. I mean, it's not a huge deal to go in and manually give it an instruction, but it seems kind of unnecessary, you know? But, what do I know? I'm just some guy that plays the game. I'm just some guy. Yeah, that third star there is really, really far away. 300 and... Well, it's already gone part of the way, but 370-something billion. That's ridiculous. I really hope there's something out there to make it worthwhile, because that's an awful long way. Oh, you are so responding. Don't give me that crap. Yeah, that's just absolutely crazy. Like, it's already gone part of the way, and it still has another 340 billion to go. It's like it's going to take 3 months just to get out here. I'm definitely going to have to send it back the second it actually arrives. Hi, Devil. You come over here? Come on. Come on over. Say hi to the camera. Hi. That's a good boy. So I think we're going to go up to 5-day increments. But yeah, as soon as I'm done that scan, I'm going to have to send it back for its overhauls and repairs. Because it'll have taken months to get there, and then, of course, months to get back. Anyway. Mine is not to reason why. And at that distance, I'm not even sure you should really think of it as a single sector, but I guess it has to be because it's an orbiting thing, but still, that's kind of crazy. Okay, why are you still not jumping ahead? Okay, well, why don't we go ahead and try jumping a month at a time then, see if that helps. And This thing going at 33,000 kilometers, so it's a very fast ship, and it still takes months to get out there. Yeah, that's a little bit on the crazy side, I must say. Our original Bastogne probably wouldn't have even made it to that star before blowing up, let alone, you know, all the way back as well. Although I think I am going to send it back for a repair before I come back in and do the gravitational surveys. But anyway, so the B is done. I guess I can just wait here because there's probably going to be other jump points to do. Probably, anyway. But we won't know for several months. But that's okay. That's okay. We'll get there eventually. Slowly, apparently, but we'll get there. Yeah, I really hope there's something out here. Actually, I kind of hope there isn't anything out here. Because even if there is stuff there and I start sending it via mass drivers, remember a mass driver flings at 1,000. So if this thing takes basically 4 months to get there, the thing coming back will take, what would that even be? About 33 times that. So it would be a multiple year experience for the stuff moving back. It's a little bit crazy. Be a very, very slow process. So I kind of actually hope there isn't anything there. But on the other hand, I kind of hope there's, you know, millions and millions and millions of things there, and we can set that up and forget about it for the rest of the game, you know. That could be cool too. But either way, we have to wait. Yeah, it'll take a decade. Just doing the math in my head, that's about 10 years. Wow. Wow. Oh, and the harvester would like to come back. We can do that. Send you back to Earth. And by the time we do this tick, it should be there or close enough. I'll probably do 2 ticks just to be sure. Yeah, we'll do 2 ticks just to be sure. That gives this thing a bit of scanning time anyway, which is nice. Although I really wish I could get these turns moving a bit faster. For a while there, they weren't too bad. Like right after I fixed the Academy issue, they for a while got pretty good, but now they've started to drag again. And I'm assuming it's because there's an alien race now doing its own, you know, moving around and colonizing and digging out and what have you. But either way, it's kind of annoying. Speaking of annoying, why are you still not anywhere near there? Or am I saying 5 days and you're not doing 5 days? That wouldn't surprise me. It'll annoy me, but it's not surprising to me. 17th, well, that did 5 days. Okay, so there was in fact nothing there. So I'm like I said, I'm kind of happy and kind of unhappy with that. Yeah, there's no moons or anything, it's just the one little planet and it had nothing, so that's fine. Okay. So let's check on you. Okay, you have arrived. Let's get this gas pump done. Oops, come on. Okay. Alright. That's a whole pile more gas. They should be fine. Okay. And now we can decide to send it somewhere else. Where shall we send it? Actually, let's send it kind of where we are right now. So there is a Sorium place right there. Might as well use it. Alright, and in the meantime, our Bastogne. Oh, that's a problem. It's going to run out of gas before it gets back. That's how far away this thing was. Wow. Okay, well, let's have it start heading back. It won't make it, but we can get it most of the way there. And actually we should remove the default, because I don't want it to then try to go and do something else. But yeah, the gas pump is going to have to rescue the ship. And that gives you an even better idea just how far away this thing is. Craziness, that's what it is. Absolute craziness. But I want to get it as close as I can so I don't have to burn through so much fuel on the gas pump trying to go and get it. Because if the gas pump runs out of gas on its way there, then that's a big problem. It's kind of a crazy problem, but it's a pretty big problem. Yeah, so you're recognizing that you're running low on fuel. We know that. But this lets the gas pump start generating fuel while we wait for this to run out. Plus, obviously, the closer it gets, the better, so... Do. But yeah, it's still going to be a super long trip. Just a crazy, crazy, crazy trip. But since this thing goes about 4 times as fast as the gas pump does, the further it goes, the better. Even if it's just sitting there out of fuel, it's obviously still ticking away on its maintenance clock, so it will eventually just blow up. And that won't be good either, so obviously I want to get to it as quick as I can, and the best way to do that is to bring it as close in as we can. Hence why I'm letting it run until it's absolutely completely out of fuel. Which should not be much longer, I don't think. In fact, I think this tick will finish it. There we go. It is officially out of fuel. Okie dokie. Alright, now what I should check is just how much this is going to take to get out there. It has basically 1/5 fuel right now. So 1/5 of its range would be, what, 215 billion? I don't think it has enough fuel yet. Yeah, it won't even get to this thing, let alone to it and back, so we have to just let it grind away and generate fuel. Wow. Okay. Good thing I gave this thing a several year expected out time. Oh, it's probably not going to tick the clock while that's sitting there because it's going to keep complaining it's out of fuel. So I need to tell it to stop trying to get there. We can do that. Yeah, they're at about 6 months now, and I gave them, I think, 3 years. So, it'll be alright for a while. But basically, that's 250 away. I mean, it's 246 or something. I'm just going to round to 250. So there and back is 500. This thing can go 1600, so it needs to be anywhere over 33% full. So I don't think that'll take too long to get to that. Although I could be wrong. But it has a pretty fast generation, so hopefully it doesn't take too long. Hopefully. The other option, I suppose I could just build a ship with a whole pile of engines and fuel tanks and nothing else. Like, not even the sorium grinders on Earth, just so it could, gather up a ton of fuel there and fling it over here. That might not be a terrible idea. Just out of curiosity, let's have an idea of what that would actually take. So we'll say something new here, because I'm very curious. That will definitely be a tanker. Now we don't need a... Okay, so you have 100 ultra-larges, so 500 million liters. That seems ridiculous to me, but whatever. And then just a ton of engines. Actually, this needs to stay commercial, so I'll take the commercial drives. So that would go at a decent clip. Could go 13.5. So yeah, I think this would do it. 754,000 ton ship, though, is going to take about a year to build. But it's probably still worth having. Maybe. Maybe we don't need fully 100. Maybe we can get away with 50. That didn't really help all that much. Although it obviously made it faster. We could take off some of these drives too, I suppose. Puts the speed back where it was. Now it takes about 8 months to build. Yeah, I think we can do this. You are a rescue ship. What's the chances that this thing has some kind of, might have something that says fuel. I guess the other thing I could do, I could just send the tug out there. It's not really a fuel harvester, is it? Fleet support vessel, sure, why not? But that does make me curious. Where's my tug here? Depending how far it is to get out here, I actually might be able to just do with the tug. That would save a lot of time building this ship. Where is my tug? It's the Iridium. Okay, so let's try it with that and see if that helps. Nope, you're not going to Barnard Star. You're going to Ross 248, to Teagarden Star. Then to Van Manen. And that's Aquarii, good job. Then I'll send it over here to where I think the gas pump is, to refuel it, and that should be sufficient. Yeah, you're at A3, okay. A3, okay. And you'll get there in about 6 days. That's not bad at all. Because if I can just tug this thing in, that would be a whole lot easier. A whole lot easier than building an entire ship just for one rescue mission. Because I'd like to think that something like this isn't going to happen all that often. I'd like to think that. Anyway, guess we shall see. I do not currently see the tug arriving yet, so either it didn't do my 5-day tick like I asked it to, or it was dreadfully lying to me about just how long this trip would take. Well, it really thinks it's not too much further. Okay. 2 days, apparently. Alright. I'm nothing if not patient. Anyway. We shall see. Yes, I know the Baston is out of fuel. It shouldn't be doing anything. So you shouldn't need to be telling me about that. Baston should not have any orders. It has no orders. So it Just sit there quietly. Help is on the way. Maybe. If the tug ever shows up. Anyway. Okay, it has arrived. So, what we will do then is we will find the Iridium. Oh, it actually still has most of its fuel. Oh, it's even better. I thought it would be running kind of low by the time it got here, but it should be totally fine. Because it can go basically another 400 out and back, and it's not quite that far. I know it'll be using up more power on the way back, because it'll be tugging, but it still shouldn't be a huge deal. Why did I close that when I hadn't given the order yet? Because you're failing at it, that's why. Anyway, why do I not see the Baston on this list? Task groups, not contacts, because I clicked on the wrong one. That would be why. Right. So you go there, and you tractor that ship. Oh, you wanted me to be very obtuse about it. Okay. You go to there and tractor that ship. Thank you! That's so nice. Anyway. Okay, so it'll take a bit to get out there, because this course is nowhere near as... well, it's about a third as fast as the Baston itself. So... and that's about, I don't know, maybe 3 months journey, I'm guessing. It also depends on how often it actually lets me advance the clock that much without complaining about fuel. But anyway. Because if this becomes a single day tick thing, it's going to be quite annoying. Anyway. Alright, so it is actually letting me do 30-day ticks. That's fine. ETA of, oh, it's more like 6 months. Actually closer to 7. Yikes. Yeah, we'll definitely have to send the Baston back to Earth the second it's fueled back up, because it's going to be getting awfully close by then. Because we can effectively add a year, year and a half here by the time we get out there, hook it up, haul it back to the gas pump. Yeah. Not very particularly good start to our scanning day. But anyway, it's fine. We will figure it out. We're clever people. I guess if we'd been really lucky, if there had been maybe Lagrange points here to cut that, we'd have been fine, but that distance is just staggering. But sadly, this sector did not qualify for a Lagrange point, so no luck there. Big thank you, actually, mentioning Lagrange points. So big thank you to Bitbucket he's been posting a lot of comments the last couple of episodes with a lot of detailed information, including a bit on the Lagrange points. So thank you for that. That's very helpful. What do we have here? Oh, Xenology team is getting better. Okay, there's just too many messages there. I think some of them are out of order. Okay, so we have 131 installations. That is awesome. Okay, so that means we don't need that Xenology team anymore. So we can get rid of that. And we now have a great deal of work for the construction brigades. Alright lads, off you go. And apparently this will be a construction productivity research place, if I feel like it, but we'll see. Either way, they've got a lot of digging to do. And the other one was a research on Earth was done, so let's go there. Well, I think I'll save construction production for down there in case it comes up. What else can we have? There we go, particle beam strength. That sounds delightful. Off you go. Cool. Right. Continuing the epic tug journey. Excuse me. Maybe. Yes. No. Do we want to advance a turn? Kind of. There we go. So already we're getting some mines out here, which is fantastic. That'll save... Well, I'm still going to end up hauling a whole bunch out here, or building more, depending on how I do it. But either way, it's good to already have a few started. Nothing wrong with that. But we still have another 3 months and change until the tug arrives. Another mine, that's fantastic. I would be totally fine if they just pulled up nothing but mines. I would be totally okay with that. I could take 130 mines. That would certainly be convenient. No, 120 mines, 2 mass drivers, and a couple construction factories. That would work. Okay. I don't think I'm going to get quite that lucky, but anyway. Another research is done on Earth. Okay. We can do that. Why don't you work on antimatter warheads? That sounds like delightful amounts of fun. And the rest of the labs, I guess, work on terraforming. Not that we do much of that anymore, but I didn't even look on here what when I'll do that off camera though, to figure out where I'm actually going to colonize, to have all the minerals flung to. Probably that archaeological dig will turn into one. Unless the planet's terrible, but I'll look at that later. That's an off-camera job, because it's boring. There's a lot of planets and moons to choose from. I could be there for hours trying to decide, because I agonize over these things way more than I need to. I just want what's best for my people. And if anyone believes that... Oh, Bastogne is starting to blow up. That's not good, because we haven't even started towing it back yet. That's not good. Now, as long as it holds together, a few more months should be okay. I was pretty sure I gave it enough stuff, though, that it should have been able to go 2 or 3 years before having breakdowns. So maybe they just got really unlucky on the roll. Or maybe there's some kind of hidden penalty if you run out of fuel or something. I have no idea. Who knows? It'd be weird for that to happen, because if anything, you're doing less stress on your ship because you're just sitting there. It's not like you're running the engines at full power or what have you. You're just sitting there quietly. Although I guess the life support systems and that would still be drawing power, so I guess the engines still have to be on a little bit. So I guess when they say they're out of fuel, they must actually be reserving a tiny, tiny bit for life support and that sort of thing. I'm assuming. If not, these guys could be in a lot of trouble, because they'll have been months without... There's only so much air on the ship. I know it's a big ship, but still, it is limited. There's a lot of crew on there. Oh. They are giving us research. I know they're usually ahead of me. Yeah, they're still ahead of me. So they are giving us research. We can't give them research yet, but I'll keep an eye. I'll keep checking every once in a while. Because I think it's only fair that we return the favor, even though we'll be helping them way more than they're helping us, but that's fine. I'm nothing if not completely benevolent, or something. Anyway. Who knows? Alright, so if it actually does the full 5-day tick, then we should be connected here. Okay, so yes, all things being equal, we have a connected vessel now. Yes, we are linked. Excellent. So we will now go to here. I guess it puts it in the same group, so you don't have to have 2 different things on there. That's fine. Not a problem. Why are we saying... Hang on, something's not quite right here. Right, it's not supposed to have fuel, it's being tugged. Right. Okay. Well, let's try this again. Well, I mean, I guess I could just give it some of this fuel, but the whole point is that I was going to tug the thing over. That was kind of the entire point. Alright, you are connected. So why are you complaining so much? Okie dokie. Yeah, it really shouldn't have anything to do with any of this. Right. Okay. Okie dokie. So why is that being difficult? Do we have a reason for being difficult, or do we just enjoy being difficult? Could it be that they cannot be in a joined fleet? Okay. 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 Yes, I know you don't have any weapons. Go away. Just want to make sure everything's off. Thank you. Silly thing. Okay. So, you see the Baston group. Tractor that ship. Drag it to 3. Okay. Can we do this? Can this be a thing that we do? No. Okay. Plan B. Plan B. Equalize fuel. Well, even if they still don't make it, although I think they have enough now, I could then send the fuel, the gas pump, over to them. So I think we'll be okay. This one sector has taken way more time than it really should have. But anyway. Apparently we found ship equipment. Old school geology scanners, like we used on the very first scouts. Not particularly useful, so I think we'll just scrap them. In fact, I may as well scrap them now. They are doing us no good whatsoever. So let's get rid of them immediately. Industry stockpiles. These things. If this was something I've never seen before, I could disassemble and try and gain technology off it. But I know these are just, simple scanners we've already had, so I'm just going to scrap them. And that will generate, won't be a lot, but it'll generate some minerals for that planet. And it should actually tell us in the log how much it made. A little bit of iridium, some cash. Like I say, it wouldn't be much, but we might as well have it. Having 6 extra old scanners is not going to help us. Not entirely sure that that little bit of iridium or cash will either, but at least theoretically that's more useful. And I'll go with that. Oh, did you just abandon them? Did you really? Did you seriously just take off without them? Probably did. Then how are you still linked? Or, oh, I know how they did that. Because the tug, I put recreational facilities on it, so they just had their shore leave on board the tug while they're flying back. Right. For a second there I thought they just zoomed ahead, but there's no way they would have made it that fast anyway, so clearly there was no chance there. Ordnance factory and wealth? Who wants that crap? Anyway. I already have the only ordnance factory I need on Earth. In fact, there's quite a few of them. I don't need more anywhere else. And I certainly don't need more money, since I still have no real concept of how to use it. If you even can use it. Anyway. If there is some way to trade money for minerals directly off of aliens, I haven't found it. Why is this not ticking? Come on. Can we at least get you back this episode? I was kind of thinking I should be able to get 2 or 3, maybe even all 4 of them open this episode, but at this point, I think we're only going to get this one done. I'm not impressed. I'm really not impressed. But anyway. Come on. Tick-tock, tick-tock. Bunch of Gauss cannons and some actual minerals. Okay. I think I'll just wait till they're done and then I'll just scrap everything they find. It'll be easier than going back in every time. Unless they actually find something I can't make, something new, then I'll care, because obviously I'll try and disassemble it, but so far I think they're not going to find anything too exciting. Who knows, though? Come on. Tick the turn. Thank you. There's no way that was 30 days, but thank you for at least moving a little. Alright, another ordnance factory I don't want. Something broke, and then something broke on the Bastone. Great turn. Come on. I say 30 days and you only pushed ahead a few. That was not 30. If that was 30, they'd be down here. That's how I know you're lying to me. Yes, no, maybe. Thinking about it. Okay, so they're running kind of low on fuel again, but I think they'll be okay because there's not too much further to go, so that should be fine. But they can both refuel off of the gas pump anyway, so it'll be fine. Alright, so they're just a few days out now. Okay, good enough. Alright, so we can detach them now. There's no real need to keep them doing that. I can let this one go a little bit quicker than the interesting. It was actually going faster because I guess the Baston was kind of tugging the tug. Neat. Okay. Whatever. I don't pretend to understand how that works, but okay. We'll go with that. Alright, the Baston is here. So we will grab the Fomalhaut, which has tons and tons and tons and tons of fuel. Manual fuel transfer. Oh, I don't know how much the Baston can actually carry. Maybe I should do it the other way. Where is... There it is. From the Fomalhaut. You can support 5 million. Okay. And you have that. I'll just take 4 mil. That looks like... Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay. Now you should have absolutely no problem whatsoever getting back to Earth. Yeah, 99%, with 90% fuel, you'll be fine. Right, so Earth. To do the usual refuel, resupply, overhaul stuff, and then you can come back and do the graph survey. How delightful. Okay, now the Iridium has arrived. Iridium. And you support 25 mil. Okay. Why did I close that? I couldn't tell you. But anyway. And you have about 8, so we'll just give you 10. That should be plenty. Absolutely plenty to get you back to Earth, and then you can just sit there and sort yourself out. Refuel. You're a commercial, so your maintenance supplies and all that are fine. So yeah, you're just going to go and refuel. That will be fine. And the gas pump that was at about 50% is now down to 23. But it's fine. It's sitting at a Sorium site anyway, so it will be fine. Okay. That was quite an adventure for a star that had no minerals around it. So that whole bit was basically a completely wasted trip. A whole lot of mess for a whole lot of nothing. But it's okay. We saved the ship. You'll have no trouble getting back to Earth and getting it all fixed up, so it'll be fine. Thankfully the B is a commercial vessel as well, so it can just sit here. Otherwise it'd be starting to blow up now too from sitting here waiting so long, but I'm sure the crew morale is pretty bad, but that's not a big deal. Hey, a research facility. That means it's going to start complaining about wanting to research stuff. Yippee! So let's fix that before it starts. You want to be construction. So congratulations, you can work on shipbuilding rate for about 1 billion years. Yeah, Too long to count, because there's no people here. Which means that lab is doing nothing. But I have to fill it. Otherwise it's, inactive lab. Anyway. It's fine. It's fine. Like I say, off camera I'll sort out if that is going to be our colony here or if I'm going to colonize something else. And then I'll bring in the terraformers and some infrastructure just to get them going. And all that usual stuff. Nope, broke it. Okay. Just waiting for a message that the Bastion has been overhauled, so we can do the waypoint surveying. And I think at this point that's probably all we're going to get done today, which is a bit sad, but anyway. Oh, another mine. That was just a normal mine though, so it's not going to actually work, because there's people there. So it's not really useful. Oh, they just found some fuel. Quite a lot too, actually. 6.5 million units. How convenient. Now I don't have to drop off any there to make sure that there's a stockpile. There already is. Yay. Okay, I know that ship was gone a long time, but I'm thinking this overhaul's taking a lot longer than it probably should have. Now I'm starting to wonder if I just missed the message. Oh wow, they actually found a spaceport. That's actually a good one to get. They're very expensive. I wouldn't have bothered building one, but if I wanted one, that would have saved a lot of money. Oh, they're still going. They're almost done. Okay. That's fine. Come on, then. Give me the message that the Wraith is ready. No, you're just going to tell me about another mine. Okay. Give me the message that the Bastion is ready, please. You can do it. Come on now. There it is. Okay. Fair enough. Now let's get this going here. We can actually do show all pops. Because even though there's no people there, it is a fully functional colony. Which means somewhere on this list that my poor eyes is having a great deal of difficulty seeing, but somewhere on this list there is in fact no, there isn't, because that's Glizanum and EZ Aquaria. Never mind. Never mind. I'm clearly losing my mind. But we just fly there directly and not worry about that little moment of failure. Yeah. Okay, get there, do the grav. Thank you so much. Wow. See, this is what I was talking about, dealing with multiple things at once. Because I completely in my head assumed that that was this sector, even though this has nothing to do with it. Yeah. Okay. That's just the joys of being me, I guess. Anyway. So be it. Alright. It has arrived. Surveying has begun. Maybe. Okay, good. You know, let's just jump a bunch. However much it'll let me. Try to anyway. See if it will actually let me. Maybe. Yes, no. Another factory, that's nice. So if I am in fact using that particular planet, they're already up one factory. That's very nice. Because really you only need one. So that one factory can build whatever else you need. Usually you start with more factories, but they at least let you get going. So all I would need now is some actual people there. You found a research. That means you're going to want me to tell you to double up your efforts. Because you know what they say. Twice nothing still ain't much. Anyway. Maybe I'm the only one that says that. I have no idea, but that's an expression I've used for many years. Twice nothing still ain't much. Come on, there we go. Diplo team's got even better, which is a good opportunity to go have a look and see. Why yes, we can share with him. So we are officially as good as we're getting with these guys, which means unless something weird happens, I never need to come onto the screen ever again. Cool. Or at least not for those guys anyway. If we find somebody else, I'll need it, but we are as good as it gets. They love me. They really love me. Anyway. Let's get the scanning going, shall we, guys? Maybe? Maybe? Sir? Sir? Sir. Thank you. Yeah, I really need to find out how to get rid of some of these commercial vessels. Or maybe there's something I can do in the alien sectors that will speed them up. Cryogenic transports. How nice. I already have a ship that does that, but thank you anyway. More stuff to scrap. Now, if they were full of whatever used to live there, now that would be a different story. But those are just ship components, so not useful. It'd be really, really neat if you could find that. It'd be really cool, actually. I'd be more than happy to let them have that planet. Technically it'd be theirs anyway, right? A fighter factory? I don't want a fighter factory there. I've got fighter factories on Earth that I barely ever use. Because every time I design a fighter, I, about a day or two later, decide I hate the design and never don't want to use it. So, other than that first batch I built way long ago, I haven't built any since. So I don't even know why I bother having these fighter factories, but I certainly don't need more of them. That's for sure. Okay. Well, I think at this point it's pretty safe to say that not a heck of a lot's going to happen. I'll finish the waypoint surveying, and obviously whatever gates it finds I'll have the bee build, but there's really nothing else I'd say, is really exciting is going to happen in this sector. So I think what we'll do is we'll put a cut in the episode there. We're pretty close to time control anyway. Tons more fuel, cool. And we'll pick it up. Obviously, that once this is done, I'll go and colonize something on Gliese, either the current one that's an archaeological dig, or a different one if there's one better. And I'll finish up all of this in here, and next episode we'll go back to Van Manen Star and take the other jump gate and hopefully do a little better. That's the plan. So anyway, folks, thank you for watching as always, and like I say, if there's any comments you'd like to make either about the series or the volume levels now that I'm on the new headset, or where the webcam is, anything like that, feel free, leave me a comment. I do read all comments. Otherwise, I'd like to once again thank you for joining me today, and until next time, stay calm, and I'll see you next time.